Welcome, Kumas, to another World of Warcraft guide. You're here with Kuma. This time, I'm going to be looking at the WoW Garrison once more to see what changes have taken place in the WoW Legion pre-patch, and if we can still make money with the WoW Garrisons. So, let's get going. Okay, so I've just basically opened up my Garrison, and these are my old missions from before my holiday, and I'm picking them all up. But what I have noticed is they are giving us a lot more Garrison resources missions. And if it looks like I'm lagging, I actually am. For some reason, all the add-ons and all the errors and all this sort of thing. So don't worry about it. You're not lagging. I am. They've basically given us a lot more Garrison resource missions, and we've got these new traits on our followers. The Extreme Scavenger, which increases Garrison resources gained by missions by 200%. This is better than the old Scavenger trait, which only increases it by 100. These were taken away from our Treasure Hunter traits, so they converted all the Treasure Hunter traits into Extreme Scavenger while keeping the old Scavenger. So if you have an old Scavenger, you might have to upgrade them, and you might have to retrain them, just because these Extreme Scavengers are basically like two normal Scavengers. I don't know what's gonna happen if you have someone with a Scavenger and an Extreme Scavenger. Do they double up? Well, there's only one way to find out. I have one with an Extreme Scavenger and a Scavenger, and I'm gonna see if this goes up by 300%. Oh wow, it went up to 800. Maybe it does go up to 300%. Yes, it does double up. So the one with the Extreme Scavenger and the Scavenger, if you put it in, it goes up to 800. Okay, and if we just test the normal Scavenger, it goes up to 400. And what if we just test someone with just an Extreme Scavenger? Can we do that? 600. Oh my god. So, if we've got a Scavenger and an Extreme Scavenger, they stack. That is fucking sick. That is a fuck ton of Garrison resources. Okay, so we're definitely going to put you in. Do we have any more? Any more with both Scavenger and Extreme Scavenger? No. No, we do not. That is a shame. But we have this guy that's an Extreme Scavenger. 1200, that's awesome. And let's just put another Extreme Scavenger, which is not necessarily that good, but he's going to give us some more Garrison resources. And I'm basically going to have to train all these Scavengers out. So that's going to be one of the things on the to-do list. Apart from the Scavenger missions, I'm noticing that we still have all the old rush orders. That's always nice. If they took those out, that would be very annoying. And we've still got the armor tokens and all that sort of good stuff. Seals of Fate. Those are going to come in handy when we farm later on. So I would definitely stock a little bit of those. But what I did notice in the naval operations is they're giving us Primal Spirit missions. You might be thinking, oh, why do we really want these? Well, if you haven't watched my other videos, you basically trade in these Primal Spirits for Savage Blood, which is going to be very useful for us because we use the Savage Blood, or we basically just trade it in for gold. So the new Primal Spirits are in, and as always, we're going to get all these fish if we've connected our Tuskar fishing nets to our ships. So if you haven't, you should get one of those. You get those from Tanan Jungle. You have to get your reputation up with, I think, don't hold me onto this, but I think it's Vol'jin's Headhunters. If you get honored or revered, you can actually buy the Tuskar fishing net. You get the plan for it, the blueprint, sorry. You right click it, and then you can buy it for 500 resources at the vendor down at the naval docks. They call it the docks, right? I think so. The harbor, the naval base. Okay, when we go to the trade center, we can definitely see that they increased the price of everything. We've got Granic Dust for 40 Garrison resources and Sumptuous Fur for 20. I'm guessing these are going to go up and down depending on the day, but 40 seems to be the limit and 20 seems to be the sort of lower end. These are 16, but I'm not sure if the rest of these can drop down to 10. So the prices have definitely gone up significantly, as have the prices in the AH if you watched my first sort of reaction video to the new patch. But what I am going to do, apart from just taking my seal, is seeing how much I can vendor this Orgrimmar axe for. Now, I originally created a guide to talk about how we can make money using these Iron Horde scraps, but unfortunately this was done before the pre-patch, so I have to first double check that the gold is still the same before I can use that video footage. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to buy one of these axes. It tells me that it vendors for 40 gold, but I'm not going to be sure until I actually vendor it because my app could be out of date. But it should vendor for 40 gold, which basically means you're going to be getting about 50 silver for every Iron Horde scrap. Now, this is worth a lot more than just buying a blue and disenchanting it, because I've done that before. I bought some of these, you know, wrists and the shoes and whatnot for 50 scraps, and then I disenchanted it, and I only basically got Dranic Dust. So I would actually get some of these Orgrimmar axes. I can't seem to get very many because I think I spent all my Iron Horde scraps in the previous video, but I am basically going to leave my account on for 2 hours and see what happens and see how much I can vendor them for. Okay guys, let's see how much we can vendor these Orgrimmar axes for. When we go to the vendor, we can sell them for 40 gold. Awesome! We don't need them anymore, we are not going to disenchant them, and we already have them in our Transmog closet, so we are just going to vendor them for 40 gold each. And one thing I noticed is I do not have a Frostwolf Tavern. This is going to suck, because I'm going to have to retrain my followers, or I'm going to have to recruit new ones. But I'm going to see what I get, basically, from Tribute. Wow, there was no honor, but there was a lot more gold. So it looks like Tributes are still giving gold and Apexis shards. But they gave us 40 gold, and this was, I don't know, I think 3 or 4 work orders. So 3 or 4 work orders gave me gold. And there's no black market auction house. So what I'm going to want to do is go in PvP, get all my bones, and see how much gold I can get from Tribute. Because this might actually turn profitable, just because we're going to be doing a lot of PvP. Okay guys, here we are. We are here in the Gladiator's Sanctum. What I've done is I've basically gone out, capped out my Gladiator Sanctum work orders by collecting all the bones. And now we're going to see how much gold we get after the WoW Legion pre-patch with a full, you know, work order. Alright, so I'm on 800,000 gold with 30 silver extra. And I'm opening up my Loot Appraiser just in case, so hopefully it captures exactly how much gold we get. So let's see what happens. Okay, so 21 work orders ended up getting us 116 gold and a bunch of items which we can basically vendor. Unfortunately, I can't disenchant them because, you know, I'm not an enchanter, and enchanting them at the enchanting hub is just not going to be worthwhile because we're not going to get the blues I would get if I was. So I'm just... Can I vendor these? Yes, I can. Here we go. 21 work orders, I ended up getting around 226 gold. 10 gold per work order. There you have it, guys. Sack of salvaged goods. So they basically replaced the bags. It's no more big crate of salvage, it's now a large crate of salvage, and also a sack of salvage. So they're not doubling up on items. Oh, the medallion still works, that's great, but the PvP medallion that gives you honor and conquest points does not, so they're completely worthless now. If anyone hasn't sold them, I had a few I didn't sell, like an idiot. But hey, we can get gold from these maps, so we can always vendor these maps. Okay, so Lightning does have a Frostwolf Tavern, and she also has a War Mill. So let's see what we get. Oh, I don't have enough items. Okay, I'll do it on another character. So let's see what we can get from the Frostwolf Tavern. Can we recruit our new major scavengers? Yes, we can. We can recruit our extreme scavengers. That's good. But we can still recruit scavengers, which doesn't really seem to be a good thing. Okay, so we've got an extreme scavenger, extreme scavenger, extreme scavenger. Which one's best for us? I think this one right here. So from now on, you should be recruiting extreme scavengers. No more treasure hunters. Extreme scavengers. And you can always do your little daily temporal crystals if you actually have a luminous shard, which I do not. There we go. The price, the profit of these things doesn't seem to be too bad. We're gonna check that out later. I'm loving the new music. It's very Legion-y. I should buy a Legion so I can start my Demon Hunter. I think everyone's playing a Demon Hunter now except me, but I'll start it up. Okay, I've got some inventory space. I seem to be in a building that hasn't spawned yet. I can't really run out. Oh, there it is. Wait, I was outside the building and I couldn't run. Okay. So the work order is giving us the scraps again. So if you're doing work orders and getting rid of some of your resources here, I was doing this. Oh, yeah, you might not want to do that. I was doing this because I could vendor all these weaponry for a few hundred gold. Unfortunately, it's now worth copper and silver. I saved them up and it looks like they're now completely worthless. So I wouldn't actually do these work orders. Do not do these work orders unless you need these weapons. And even if you need these weapons, just do the garrison mission. So if you've got these work orders, spend them on the transmogs. Spend your scraps on the transmogs that you want. You know, get all the ones that you want. If you have all the ones that you want, just buy the Orgrimmar axe and vendor it. That's basically it. Just make sure you have all the Orgrimmar stuff. It's nice that it says I haven't collected this piece, so just make sure you collect all your pieces. Cannot be used. Cannot be used. So I haven't collected the Orgrimmar gloves. I'll buy it. Orgrimmar boots, I'll buy it. I'll buy the chest. I'll buy the belt. I cannot buy the belt. Okay, so I bought everything except the belt. So now I have this transmog. Everyone's happy. So just make sure you buy all your transmog here in the War Mill or the Dwarven Bunker as the Alliance have it. And then after that, just buy those Orgrimmar axes and vendor them for gold. If you're Alliance, I don't think you have any weapon that you can buy. So unfortunately, you guys cannot get this gold. This is Horde exclusive. Why? Because the Horde is better. I love the Horde. And again, all these primal spirits. Make sure we're getting... Oh! What? No gold, just the Pexi shard? Fuck this then. No one wants that. No one's got time for that. Reward 1,000 oil. It's pretty tempting. I am going to have to test how much Savage Blood actually sells for. So if I have a Savage Blood, I'm going to go in and buy one. Which I don't. So I actually do. I'll go and buy a Savage Blood for Primal Spirit, and then I'll go vendor it and see exactly how much we get. Hopefully it's the same. Savage Blood is still 25. We can buy Fell Blight now. Savage Blood has gone up to 70 gold. Fell Blight is still 61. It looks like we should actually be taking this to the AH. We shouldn't really be doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway because that is my job. I have to make the sacrifices to help inform everyone else. So I'm just going to trade in my Savage Blood into a Bloody Gold Purse. And fingers crossed I get at least 50 gold. 50 gold. Bloody Bag, Bloody Gold Purse still gives us 50 gold. That is good. So the minimum cost of Savage Blood should still be 50 gold. Great, now we know. I lost maybe 10 gold off the AH price. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. Yeah, you shouldn't be buying the armor sort of upgrades, the weaponry and the armor, because it's always going to turn up in your garrison. And you can do the mission, because now you're not going to get a lot of gold for it. So they're going to be turning up all the time. I'd ignore them unless you need them. I might just do it for the lols. But yeah, they're going to be turning up all the time now. So you don't actually have to spend your garrison resources to get them. It would actually be a waste. I'm just collecting my transmog because, hey, everyone's doing it. Let's just collect transmog. It's the new thing. All the cool kids are doing it. Like Pokemon Go. Okay, so I got it. Let's see what happens if I return it. Yes. You haven't collected. Fuck! So, you have to, I think, let the cooldown expire before you can delete the item and still hold it. Oh well. It was worth a try. But hey, we can still do our Hexweave Cloth cooldown, which I'm always doing. It's always good. Hexweave Bag. What? How the fuck do you lose money on a Hexweave Bag? Doesn't make any sense. Of course, I'm going to be doing all the dreams. Because that's still good. It's still part of my whole tailoring thing. Because there is no new bag. It's just Hexweave Bag is the shit. Like, that's it. And apparently the invasions haven't started yet. Someone's asking when the invasions are starting. It's a good question. That is something I do want to actually take part in. Hopefully I will learn how to use my characters before then. Probably when DH is available. Oh, so Demon Hunter isn't available yet. Makes sense. You haven't heard? Let me guess, Demon Hunter is available. I just love this. Bird is the word. Oh, you fucking cunt. Oh, bastard. He got me. He got me. You made me choke on my cereal. Oh, that is good. I have a bird. He isn't the word. He is a jerk. Now I got milk all over my keyboard. Oh my god, I just love when this shit happens. This is why I love Warcraft. People are actually becoming more social. So far, guys, this seems to be the thing. And as always, I'm going to be hearthing to the Immortal Coil before I pop my Transmute cooldown, just because I want to make sure it's volatile water, because those are really valuable. But I will be making a guide on how to farm these. I used to farm these back in BC. I will make a guide on how to farm them, because they are becoming very valuable. I mean, this one's 37 fucking gold! Volatile water, 37 gold. 14 gold for volatile earth. 21 gold for volatile fire. And 13 gold for volatile air. Yes, I will be making a guide on how to farm these. That is definitely going to be on my to-do list. As well as the ICC farm. So make sure you're using your cooldowns, make sure you're doing your garrison missions, make sure you're retraining your followers, make sure you're recruiting new followers. I am going to put a proper guide. This was sort of like an update to see what's going on, but I will be putting a proper guide out, as well as opening up my 5,000... yeah, my almost 6,000 big crates of salvage, which are the old loot. As, you know, all the new loot is coming in those new boxes. So those are all coming out. Thanks for watching this one. Hopefully this little filler has given you a little bit of a taste. Because I have to sort of learn to play my characters and have to clean out all their inventories in order to go farming. So I will be doing that. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to watch my previous video, my first reaction on the pre-patch. I did swear a lot, but that's what happens when I'm really like, what the fuck is happening? So thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next week. Ninja Kuma out. Bye.